What's up? It's your girl ShaynaMonét, but you can call me Shay, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have another Dallas video. Actually, it's a competition. Dallas, Texas versus Houston, Texas. So if you do not know, I do live in the DFW area, but I love me a good Houston trip. So I have a list here, and I'm gonna go off what I personally think is better. Dallas, Texas or Houston, Texas. The first thing that's on the list is food. So even though I love finding new food places in Dallas, Texas, Houston takes the win on this one. Houston takes the win. I love going to Houston simply because of the food. I always say Houston is like a mini Atlanta, but if you don't know, Houston is not too many hours from Louisiana, which means we got our NOLA folk out there. We got everybody that's coming in around the world to Houston, Texas. And oh, if you want some good food, go to Houston, Texas. Second on the list is jobs. Now, I feel like both places are good for jobs. I'm gonna pick Dallas, Texas. I think Dallas, Texas is an amazing place to start a career, to start a business. Houston is great for that as well, but I just feel like Dallas is more of a business city. So for jobs, we're gonna give that one to Dallas. Third on the list is family. I get asked all the time, if I have a family, should I go to Houston or Dallas, Texas? Honestly, both are pretty doable for family. I feel like Dallas, Texas would be more so for family, but Houston, there are a lot of family people in Houston. And I've met a lot of people who have kids, children, and they love being in Houston, Texas. So for family, it could be both. Both of them can get the win for that one. Next is diversity. And I would say, if you are looking for more diversity, it would be Dallas, Texas. Activities. If you're someone who loves to do something new every weekend, ooh, I feel like it's a fair share. Dallas, the DFW area has plenty of things to do, but maybe more of like the extreme things. Or I think Houston, Texas could take it with that one. I feel like both places have their fare of having something to do in different activities, but I would say Houston, Texas, if you're looking more for pop-up type of shops or things that come and go, even concerts, I probably would say more so of Houston, Texas. I feel like more people come to Houston, Texas, more businesses come to Houston, Texas when they come to Texas, but a lot of the times what's going to Houston, it might be coming to Dallas as well. So it's a fair share. I enjoy being in Dallas, Texas. I enjoy, it's always something to do. It's always something to do out here for me. Now you may have to drive a little bit further, but I feel like it's something always to do out here. But if you're deciding on taking a trip to either or, I probably would pick Houston, Texas. Nightlife. I get this question the most out of all the questions. For nightlife, hands down, I would pick Houston, Texas first. But do not let that discourage you. Dallas, Texas, we got a couple of things. We got a couple of places to go for nightlife. Nightlife is slower in Dallas than it is in Houston, Texas. If you're looking for somewhere that has anywhere from lounges to brunch to everything, Houston, Texas. You can be in Houston, Texas and have 5 different spots on the same street. So I would definitely say, if you're looking for that, Houston, Texas. Next one is brunch. And I would say Houston, Texas takes the cake with this one, but Dallas, Texas has been coming up. And if you want me to do a video on different places to go in Dallas, Texas, let me know. And Houston as well, because I have been to Houston quite a bit and I do know a few spots out there as well. Make sure you follow me over on Instagram and TikTok because I do post a lot of food places over there. Which is better for businesses? Now, it depends on the business. I feel like both Houston and Dallas are great for businesses. Say for instance, you're opening a boutique. I would say Dallas, Texas might be the better option. I feel like Houston, Texas has more businesses. So going to the place that has least of what you do may give people more of an option. That all depends on the area that you are moving to. For businesses, comment down below if you're a business owner and what you do. And lastly, cost of living. I feel like everywhere is so high right now. With inflations, is anywhere really suitable? For both places, I would say it depends on what part of the city you are moving to. If you're someone who wants to move downtown, skyrise, it's going to be more expensive. But pay attention to the outskirts. I personally would say Dallas, Texas may have the more affordable, but when I say affordable, I don't mean by a lot. It all depends on where you're moving to, whether it's in the city or the outskirts. So that is more of a personal preference. You would have to kind of just do your research, but yeah. Now overall, I would say both places have its fair share. I personally moved to Dallas, Texas because I knew I would start a business. I own a social media management business and I just knew that was going to be the best option for me. But Houston, Texas is only 4 hours away from me. So whenever I decide I want to go out there, I could just hop on a flight or the road and that's a quick getaway trip.
Houston versus Dallas. Which metro area has the better lifestyle for blacks? Both metro areas are some of the best cities for black professionals. In Houston, many blacks work in healthcare and in oil and gas. In Dallas, many blacks work in finance, tech, and in other industries. According to Forbes, the average apartment rent in Houston is around $1,250. In Dallas, the average apartment rent is almost $1,600. Also, according to Forbes, the median home price in Houston is $360,000. And according to blackdemographics.com, the median household income is close to $49,000. In Houston, many black families find Richmond, Atascocita, Missouri City, and Pearland desirable. According to Forbes, the median home price in Dallas is close to $421,000. According to blackdemographics.com, the median household income is close to $48,000. Many black families in Dallas find the best Southwest area desirable. So where you're moving to, Houston or Dallas?
So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comment them down below. Make sure you're following me over on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. And I'll see you all in the next one.